What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to a rather long episode in my path to power, getting things kicked off where we left off yesterday, and that is with this fancy new hybrid squad we've got, complete with two Team of the Year center backs. And we were hoping for big things from them. As I mentioned in yesterday's episode, I did not think that they were very good. And that's a really unlucky goal for me to concede here in the first match. I blocked the first shot, but of course it is a FIFA rebound, FIFA bounce back. It goes right back to him. And that's how that match is going to end. So we end up losing another match 1-0. The squad, I felt like I was constantly getting countered with the way my back four and CDM were lining up. I just didn't like the overall flow. Attacking, I felt decent, but because I was constantly on the defense, it just didn't seem like the right lineup. So we go ahead and sell these guys on. Javi Martinez, I mentioned it yesterday, and you guys said, Japes, you can go ahead and put a custom tactic in. But guys, I'm kind of lazy, and I've never really had to use him before in Ultimate Team, so I'm probably not going to change my ways right now. It's kind of tough to teach an old dog new tricks, or so they say, and I am a salty old dog when it comes to Ultimate Team. Been at it since the beginning, and I just don't care to do it. The only thing that I used to do in Ultimate Team, and actually I think my first ever YouTube video maybe was on that, I used to pick whatever formation I wanted to use, or whatever players I wanted to use, I would pick a formation that would allow me to get full chemistry with them, and then I would switch to whatever formation I wanted to actually play with in the game. So I used to play a 4-2-3-1 just to get all the chemistry links that I wanted, and then switch to a 4-3-3 in-game because it just made it easier. And at that point in time, actually, it felt really good, you know. And in FIFA 12, I haven't done it at all. But we go out and we pick up Salvatore Boschetti, an Italian center back, and the Italian center backs probably are going to be good commodities coming up here in the near future, seeing as how they did do a very good job to stunt the German attack. So congrats to Italy for making it on into the final for the right to play against Spain. But Boschetti is actually right up there with Chiellini, my top two favorite center backs in Ultimate Team from Italy, and maybe overall even. They're both extremely good, and I might be saying his name wrong, but we go and we pick up Chiellini as well. So another Italian, if we do want to sell them on, we will be able to. We pick up Dani Alves as well. And guys, I picked up all of these cards before the suggestions on my last episode, so I was a little bit ahead of you, but I do thank you for the suggestions to give Alexis Sanchez that extra boost, and then Dani Alves doesn't even need to link with the center back. We also go out and pick up an Italian keeper after we sell on Pepe Reina for a little, very, very small profit. But we pick up Switcheroo. We've had him before in the Path to Power, and he was excellent. I didn't catch that coin total, but I think he goes for somewhere between 15 and 17,000 coins. Obviously, Gigi Buffon, we could have picked up the national team keeper, but for the sake that his regular gold card is really, really inflated right now, minimum buy nows are at least 5,000 coins. I went with the informed Switcheroo, who has been excellent for us in the past. But we go out right here. Gold healing cards were a bit too expensive, so have a think about this when if you're going out to buy healing cards for your players. I was able to buy 3 bronze cards for leg healing or whatever it was for 600 coins when the cheapest gold healing card out there for leg was like 750 coins. So it might have just spent 150 coins, but it's still cheap. And we get that message letting us know that we're kicked out of Ultimate Team right there. But we come back in and get all the morale cards, all the fitness cards, get everybody sorted out and into their proper formation, proper position. This is what our team's looking like right now, and they are a much better side with this setup. I can't say that enough. Chiellini is an amazing center back on this game, and so is Boschetti. And you guys will have to correct me if I am pronouncing that wrong. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of this, but this guy's got a beastly attack in Aguero and Rooney, but they're no match for Arturo Vidal. And to be fair, he was having a bit of a hard time trying to figure out how to use contain and how to defend in general. And I love Arturo Vidal in real life. He is an amazing player to watch player. The former Bayer Leverkusen man moved to Juve, and I think he was a pretty integral part in Juve's championship run in the Serie A. I guess the phrase goes, with international football, Italy are no good if Juve is no good, or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure how it goes, but I'm sure someone will below. Get a penalty here with Seydou Doumbia, and I will touch on Doumbia right now. He is right up there with Mauro Zarate in terms of the best, I guess the best regular gold strikers that I've played with on this game, or cheap kind of budget strikers. A lot of people I know probably use Doumbia, but his finishing is unbelievable for me, and that's a kind of awkward goal. But you can see kind of the guys defending right there. And the 26th minute, when it is that easy, he kind of gives up, and so it eventually just skips ahead to farther on because he knocks it around the back, plays with it, just waiting for the game to end. And I just put down my controller when that happens and turn Netflix on my computer. It's pretty much fun, and I don't mind it. But there's a nice skill dribble with Edo flying away, a little roulette, and finishes it nicely. But actually tonight, I just am doing this commentary as I have finished doing a power hour. Now, the power hour will be a separate entity within itself, but the power hour will be, I'm hoping, if everything sells, it'll be out tomorrow. If it does not, then it will be out on Sunday, and it'll be a nice power hour, or maybe it'll be out on Saturday. Let's see, it'll be out Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. It'll be out over the weekend, but the episode's going to say power hour on it, even though it's on my Pat to Power account, because you can see we're up at about 250,000 coins, and I figured what better time than now to go ahead and do that. Obviously, with Power Hour, I've got to go through the calculations and thises and that's, but a 250 coin Power Hour is always excellent. If you guys see my cards out there, I would encourage you not to buy them for the most part. I don't want anyone saying, hey, Japes, your cards sold only because, they see your name. And on the topic of names out there, guys, there are multiple people that have the exact same team name as me, so there's a strong chance that it might not even be my card, and you don't even know what the cards are in this episode at this point. So frankly, actually, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, and it doesn't even matter. But touch on my FIFA-nomics that I was talking about. Well, Doumbia just scores a great goal right here, just rifles it into the top net, the best net. There it is. We love the top net in this Pat to Power. But the FIFA-nomics, if I had gone out, and that's the last FIFA-nomics that I did, a little bit risky, because if I'd picked Germany, I would have been in a bit of trouble because I don't think that many German players are going to sell for much above their price. But on the flip side of that, there are going to be people now that are selling on a lot of their German players that they previously have bought, and that means that you will be able to pick those up for a bit cheaper, and those will still sell on for more because the average prices in the database and so on should still stay pretty high, and that's generally what people look at to see whether or not they've got a nice squad or a nice team or a bad team. But we come into another match right here with our side, and what do you know, a 4-1-2-1-2 Serie A side. We are all too familiar with coming up against these sides. Again, you can see Mark Gonzalez is on the right side of the field for us. Using wing swap, he fits in nicely over there with the ability to cut in on his left foot. Even though I don't think I've scored a goal. Maybe I'm sure I've scored a goal with him yet. I'm a few games ahead. But Edo puts it in nicely there. He is an absolute handful and an absolute menace in this game. But 1-2 here, Seydou Doumbia, you're just never, ever going to catch him from that point forward. And Alexis Sanchez, I used to hate him on Ultimate Team. At his high work rates, he was absolutely awful for me when I was using him as a right wing. He was always in the bad spots. But I think that's just because when you're playing a 3 up top in the terms of, a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3, you generally want players that don't come back on defense because those formations, at least for Ultimate Team's sake, they're good to counter with. But we're moving on to the final here. But Alexis Sanchez is also better for me playing left mid than he is right mid. He seems to end up in better spots, wants to get more involved in the game, and so I am absolutely loving that wing swap, loving him as my left mid spot, and it is great to have 5-star skillers out on the pitch. But this guy's got a very, very nice Liga BBVA side, got some informs in there, all the goodies that you would need. But Honda finds Edo here. He's never going to miss a little finesse shot like that, and Honda kind of bosses the game at that cam spot for us. I don't score loads of goals with him. He's different from many of the cams that we've used in the past, where they tend to be goal-scoring attacking mids versus playmaker passing attacking mids. But Doumbia gets free right here. Easy little finesse shot, easy as you'd like. Believe that gives us a 2-goal lead going into halftime. And at 20 minutes into the second half, the 65th minute, this is when we start this movement, end up springing Doumbia again. And look at that for a nice little finish. And he has had enough at this point. The load bubble is up and his time in this tournament is finished. He knows that he is done and we have won the tournament yet again. 3,500 more coins puts us up over that 250,000 coin mark. So we are good to go as far as the power hour is concerned. We've only got one more trade pile or person person in our trade pile, and that's Jose Enrique. Just checking him out. Hopefully he will indeed sell, but if he does not, I'm sure he'll sell coming up soon. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy the video, a rating is always greatly appreciated. It lets me know how you guys are feeling. Other than that, there's a good chance that I'll be streaming at some point today, so stay tuned to Twitter and Facebook for that. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.